Well, Danny, to the neutral, I guess that was an entertaining game. I'm not so sure you're going to say the same.
Depends really. I mean, there were certain moments in the game where we really did look threatening, just decision making, certain areas of the pitch that was lacking today from an offensive perspective. But I thought all in all it was a real good contest. They came at us, which we expected. The pitch was very lively, which we spoke about before the game. The need to maybe have an extra touch when you don't normally need to, just to take the bounce out of the ball. But then we knew they'd be in our faces. They'd be looking on second balls and playing it in behind and getting down the sides. Was exactly was the case.
With today being obviously an Emirates FA Cup game, to what extent was winning the only thing that mattered today?
Of course, like I say, after every game, really, you want to win every game. You go into that first and foremost with the intended outcome, and you want a performance to go with it. We've had that in moments today. Like I say, decision making really let us down today in certain areas. So from that perspective, disappointing really, because we're on a good run. So the lads should be confident, and the FA Cup it's different to the league, so it is a different type of game in regards to that. So from looking at it that way, you're thinking, well, come on lads, let's really get after them. They're in the league below. Don't take them lightly, but we stick to our principles in possession, out of possession. We shouldn't be no match for them.
Two changes from Monday to welcome Neil, Dance and Tom Clare back to the starting 11. How do you set your team up to get right from the off?
It was the same formation as we deployed last week against Widnes. It's just Tom coming in for Nicky. Obviously adds a bigger presence. He's a different type of player. And then Danzy, he's coming in for Alex Curran. You wouldn't say that's weakening the team in any way, shape or form. And Alex, he's played a lot of minutes since the start of the season. There's times when we wanted to bring him off, but we haven't been able to. So from that perspective, it was really good to be able to rest him to a certain degree. And the same with Nicky really. He was carrying a little thigh issue a couple of weeks ago against Mosley. So it's important that we look after players when we can, because we've got such a good group, a good squad.
Would you agree that Neil Kenji's strike was against him on the play at that time?
A little bit potentially, but then you look back at it and how many saves has Marcelo had to make. I think he's made one save where he's tipped it over. So apart from that, they had a few attacks, counter attacks and crosses in the box, a few shots from long range that went wide, deflected for corners. But you expect that. Teams are going to get chances. It's not going to be all plain sailing no matter who you're playing.
We've kind of got used to the idea now that we're a very, very strong second half team due to fitness levels, etc. Why do you think that is?
I think we've got a very professional group of players that all look after themselves first and foremost, and then with the extra training that we have, being 3 mornings a week, take that into consideration. That just adds to it really. You're getting that extra training, building up extra fitness, and the lads looking after themselves like they do, because they all want to be professional footballers first and foremost. So with that mentality, that attitude, that's going to stand them in good stead, and also us as a football club, because we've got players who really want to progress.
We've seen devastating second half performances at Leek, Mosley, Widnes of course. How do you think we reacted after the break today?
I thought we started a little bit slow, if I'm honest. I don't know why, because we really got into them at half time and told them a few home truths about getting closer, putting pressure on the ball. It's a man-for-man game. Compete, win your battles, and then look to play when we can. Don't overplay in our defensive third because of it being lively. We don't want to encourage anything, but the movement was lacking in certain areas. Just to receive the ball, a little bounce pass around the corner maybe to get us out, and then we're building up down the sides, and we just didn't do that enough.
You introduced Nicky Maynard and Alex Curran midway through the second period. What was the rationale behind that move?
Just a different dimension going forward. Alex brings different things to the team than Danzy, and same with Nicky really. He's very, very experienced, and he brings different movement, different type of player completely to Tom. So we just thought that would have a different effect on their defenders.
Shortly after, Lewis Fenton looked to have doubled our lead, of course. How close was that offside decision?
I'm not sure he was offside, I don't know. I mean, from where we were stood, he looked like he'd just got in front of the defender, got his header in, but linesman's probably in a better position, so you like to think he got it right, because it wasn't a quick one. It didn't happen quick. It was one of those where Lewis come onto it, and the movement wasn't short either. So you'd like to think that he got it right, but if he didn't. But anyway, the game finished 1-0, and we've won anyway.
You mentioned the win, of course. Ultimately, though, how much do we have to rely on game management to see it out? Because, as you would expect, they came on strong towards the end.
Yeah, like you'd expect them to be if they're in that situation. We said to them, game management throughout, and obviously last knock into the game, they're going to throw everything forward and long balls and just pray that something drops. But again, Marcelo, don't think he had a save to make, one save maybe, and that's about it. So from looking at it from that point of view, then they may have put a few long balls in, but we dealt with it quite well.
Do we come through the game unscathed? We've just seen Neil Dan's a little bit hobbling out. Is he going to be okay for Tuesday?
Yeah, he'll be totally fine. Just a dead calf. He just got a kick on the calf, so he'll just ice it and he'll be completely fine. It's just a little bit of a bruise, but no issues there whatsoever. And then the rest of the squad is really good.
Quick turnaround, isn't it? It's Tuesday night. Witness a team you know quite a lot about, but another tough test.
Oh, it will be. Yeah, every game's tough. Every game is tough, and you've got to be up at the races from minute one and really on it. And then putting the hard work in, that's what it's all about. You put the hard work in and you get out of it what you put in.
Thanks, Danny.
Thank you.